These kinds of lessons and insights are hard for the average person to comprehend because most lack the understanding of how to actually take advantage of moments in time. The timing has never been better for you to go to alux.com/app, download it, and make sure you're educated enough to understand how to maximize the potential of the recession that we find ourselves in right now. 46% of our app users have already achieved their primary goal in life, and another 45% are really, really close. And speaking of time, number 11, not showing up on time. A lack of punctuality is one of the main curses of the modern-day generation. You don't realize just how important it is until it hits you right in the face. Be late for an audition, and the role goes to a person who wasn't. Be late to an investor meeting, and they walk away from the deal. Be late to catch the train, and you might miss sitting next to your future wife or husband. Every time you are late, you're throwing more chaos into your life. You will rush, you will forget things, you will make mistakes. Life is not like school where you can just duct tape something together the night before and still pass. An extra day of work and thought going into a project could substantially change the end product. It could be the difference between you getting a promotion and you being passed over for one. It could be the difference between signing your dream client and losing them. If you can't organize your time to physically be at the place that you and the other party mutually agreed to be, well, there's no way for you to actually build a life you're proud of, because the first one is incredibly easy and the latter is incredibly hard. Take care of the easy before you take care of the hard. Number 12, not reading the contract. How many of you sign the document straight when they put it in front of you? Reading contracts isn't something you learn to do early on because the contracts that are put in front of you early have little at stake. The moment you start progressing in life, that's when the stakes of each contract build up. Getting good at reading contracts is free. Getting a lawyer to look at them on your behalf is fairly cheap. Do not skip this step. It could mean the difference between a life fortune and just a small bonus. Or even worse, years of legal battles. Just take a look at what happened to the artist formerly known as Prince. Number 13, buying a perpetual liability. Some people are in the habit of buying bottomless money pits. You keep on throwing money at it and nothing is happening. There's another saying that you'll hear among the rich: plane and boats. The best 2 days are the day you buy it and the day you sell it. If you think buying a private jet or a yacht is the hard part, well, you are mistaken, my friend. Once you own that liability, the bills start coming in and they don't stop. Hangar space is incredibly expensive, and so is docking space. As a rule of thumb, you can expect to pay around $500,000 to $1 million annually in operating costs to own a private jet. When it comes to yachts, you can expect to pay around 10% of their value in operating costs, so about $100,000 for a $1 to $1.5 million yacht, if it's one of the smaller ones, that is. The bigger you go, the crazier the numbers get. It's the same with passion projects, like the folks who try to restore an old car and an old home and end up putting a lot more money into them both than either is worth. Number 14, jumping before you arrange a safe landing. Why would you move to another country or another city without securing a job first? Sure, it might sound like an adventure and you think to yourself, hey, 3 months should be enough to figure it out, but what if it isn't? You're in a new place, eating, renting, commuting, all out of pocket, hoping that something will eventually show up. But the only thing up is your stress level. It's the same with people who quit their jobs on the spot. Be strategic about it, Alux, or give yourself a competitive advantage. Build a parachute before you jump. Being impulsive could cost you 6 to 12 months of hard work if you're not careful. Number 15, living someone else's version of your life. What if at the end of your life you look back at it and regret it? How terrible would that be? You had this chance, this opportunity to live life the way you wanted to, and you blew it because you lived the version your parents, your teachers, your neighbors, friends, or society said that you should.